Carl Greaves and Kane Baker, welcome to the Fight Buzz. Welcome to Into Boxing. I should say you wouldn't make a very good Ant and Dec because you've got the names the wrong way round on the bottom there. We should say it should be flipped over. But anyway, you're in Gibraltar. How's it going over there?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Yeah, loving it, mate. Weather's good as well.
It looks tidy. I'm looking at everyone's Instagram and thinking, yeah, it looks all right over there.
Living the dream, as they say. But we're here to do a job. That's it. We're here to do a job, but we're living the dream.
Yeah, fair play, fair play. Just before we start talking about the job at hand, because there's quite a lot to get through, the last job, as it were, and then this one coming up. I want to talk to you, Carl, first. This is not your first time in Gibraltar. In fact, you've got a few memories where you're stopping now.
Yeah, I was coming out here from 1999 through a good friend of mine, Steve Noble. He got the contract to basically transform Gibraltar. So he invited me to a local amateur show, which was run by Ernest Victory, who's controlled boxing out here for 50-odd years now. He's actually an MBE. I went with him to get his MBE. And yeah, come out here as a guest at an amateur show. And I did a bit of training with Ernest, really gelled well with him, went down his club. He was perfect for me as a trainer. And yeah, so I took him on board and I was backwards and forwards from Gibraltar from 1999 to 2004. And then in 2004, he met up with Andre Debar, whose son actually, Andre Debar Jr., is boxed Povetkin, so in the European Games. So it's all ironic, really. And he was a local businessman out here, and he got the money together and then put a pro-am show on, 4 amateur fights and 2 professional. And I topped the bill in 2004 against Rakim Mingalayev. So until Saturday, I'm the only person that's ever boxed professionally or topped the bill professionally in Gibraltar. And then I had a little break from here and come back around 2010, quite regular, and saw this Sunborn yacht had been put here, and I thought to myself, I'd got a new girl by now. I'd split up with my ex-wife and got with my new Mrs. Kimmy, and we were walking around and saw the Sunborn yacht, and I thought, you know what, if we ever get married again, that's the place. And we're actually sat in it now, so it's a crazy story. And we went to the press conference today. I'm driving in there and thought, I know this place. This is where I got took to do all my wedding photos after the wedding on the Sunborn ship. So not only am I staying on the Sunborn yacht where we're all been put up, the wedding photos was actually taken in the Gibraltar Gardens where the press conference was today. So it's a remarkable story, really.
That's amazing, isn't it? That's absolutely amazing. I'm guessing when you were getting your wedding photographs, there was no Ricky Hatton in a Hawaiian shirt, no white hair off, no nothing like that, no.
No, mate.
Oh, brilliant! No, it's a great story, and it's yeah, it's one that I'm sure has been well told around the campfires over there. But yeah, happy days.
They're calling Mr. Gibraltar.
I can see why. Kane, let's talk about yourself. You've got a lively opponent up against you on Saturday in Youssef. I was reading some articles and interviews. I'm sure you've seen the same ones where he's saying he wants to make a statement against you. He wants to send out a message to the rest of the division. You've got this big fight against him. Does any of that faze you? Do you look at any of what he's saying?
No, none of it phases me. I hope he sticks to everything he says and comes to the middle of the ring and we stand and try for 10 rounds, because that's what I'm prepared to do. I'm looking forward to it.
You're off the back of a career-high win. I think I speak for a lot of boxing fans when I say that emotion in the interview after your last fight is kind of what pulls people to support boxers. You know, there's more to it than just 2 guys punching each other in the ring. How do you feel now looking back on that? How are you in an emotional state?
Yeah, definitely. It was it's because I went so low after losing and I thought my chance was over. And then two weeks later, I was back on a show again. And to get the win on Sky, that's all over. That's my dream. That's my world title, really. So I'm flying. I was flying high, and then to be back here in Gibraltar with Mr. Gibraltar, it's something else.
I was doing my research for this earlier today. I was watching all those clips back and things. And speaking of misses and the other halves and stuff, you told quite a story yourself about how you're going to make the misses keep watching it as kind of pain. How's that gone down?
I still I watched it before I come out here again, just to soak it up, because, like I said, that was my dream really. Before I ever boxed, I used to sit in the pub watching the boxing, and to see myself on there now, it was winning was a mad feeling for myself. It was emotional and just a real high point of my highlight of my career.
Carl, how does it make you feel when you see Kane and you see the fighters that you work with, and all of a sudden you get that kind of snap out of professional mode, if you like, to see the true emotions of a fighter and what it means to them? How does that make you feel seeing that?
Yeah, well, I'm a very passionate man. I mean, boxing's been my life since a young boy, and being here to obviously share this story that I've got in Gibraltar, and obviously being with Kane, and really I'm here through Kane. You know what I mean? I don't know whether I'd have got the chance to come here if it wasn't for Kane. So I really appreciate obviously Aaron Paulman asking me to look after Kane this week, and he's a great lad. You know what I mean? I've known him a long time, but not really spoke to him a lot in the past. But you know what I mean? We've shared a few stories while we've been here, and I know he's a great guy, and I know he's very passionate, and he'll be doing everything he can to get that win on Saturday night. He's you know what I mean? He's a lively underdog. I mean, he's my kind of fighter as well. You know what I mean? He's ferocious, intense, gives it everything he's got. Don't take a backward step unless he's forced to. So yeah, I really believe we're in for a bit of an upset this weekend with Kane. I mean, it won't be an upset to me because I know what he can do, even from the couple of sessions we've had together. And I've watched this kid who he's fighting, and definitely got a great chance of winning. So it'll mean a lot to me if he can get the win. I mean, even if he doesn't, I mean, listen, I'll be proud of him either way. But I know that he'll be giving everything he's got.
Kane, I mean, your personal journey, you know, there's other articles and things going on around. It's been well documented, the weight loss and the determination that you've shown. The fact that you are there now, you're where the whole boxing world is speaking about Gibraltar, and you're one of the few that are there on that card. I can see the smile coming up, and it should do, because it's an amazing achievement. You were saying before it was winning your world title last time out. That's your kind of, I can only imagine the state that you're in now. But do you allow yourself to think, well, if I win this, where do I go next? You know, do you think like that?
I don't really, even though, to be fair, at the press conference today, Eddie did mention about titles, and I said I'm not really focused on titles, but I do want to fight in his garden because I missed my chance to do that. So a win tomorrow, and that's where Eddie said I'm going to be next. We'll be in the garden. So what mainly just focused on Saturday and getting the win 100%.
So what's it like now then for training schedule in between now and Saturday? I know there's not a great deal of time, but Carl, you'll know Kane. I'm sure you will as well. I've been on numerous kind of media, press, fight weeks, etc., where fighters are told try to do as little as possible to conserve energy in terms of media interviews, anything that might, you know, distract your focus. But you're on a yacht where you're with a lot of very interesting people, influential people, all within your own field. Is it hard to stay focused? What's the mindset?
Yeah. Well, no, we're very focused. Me and Carl have spent the nights as well. We've done our sharp little bits of training, but the training's done. But we spent our nights reminiscing and talking about our boxing careers and just getting to know each other a bit more. And it's been a great couple of days for us, to be fair. I'm buzzing, but we both know the job on Saturday night, and that's why I'm here, and that's why Carl's here with me. And I couldn't think of a better person to have here with me.
Have you got any travel games with you? Like, I don't know, deck of cards or Connect Four?
I haven't had time to do any, mate. I mean, it's just the days are just flying by. I'm having my mates ringing me who's living in Gibraltar, obviously I've known for a long time, and they're desperate to see me, and I'd love to see them, but we're not allowed off this yacht. We're not allowed off. I mean,
and when I'll just put in there, when we all come on the bus and come in, the only people anyone wanted to see or get autographs or photos was Carl. There was all the boxers on the bus, and then he wanted to know Carl.
Yeah, a lot recognised me. I've spent a long time over here. You know what I mean? A lot knew that I was coming over. The word got around. And the disappointing thing is I can't really see a lot of my friends. I mean, I've had a lad that's ringing me up. Do you need anything? Do you need anything? I said, I'll tell you what I do need. I need some sun lotion because I'm absolutely burning on top of this yacht. So fair play, he went and got some sun lotion and after sun and water and melon and bananas and fruit. What a great lad.
Yeah.
Wouldn't take a penny off me. So yeah, he'd come, and then I've had a few ringing me. I said, look, I can't come out and see you. I said, the furthest you can get is to just down the ramp in the yacht. I said, but then I've got to stand my distance. It's just crazy, really. But listen, we've got to stay in the bubble. You know what I mean? It'll be absolutely devastating if anyone did catch the COVID and it went on the plane, and it'd be murder. So I understand why they're so strict. But I mean, we've all been tested. We're all negative. Gibraltar is completely COVID free. It's open. 95% of people in Gibraltar have had the both doses of the vaccination, which is the criteria you need to get in the show. There's only 500 tickets available. You've got to have had both vaccination courses, both vaccination jabs, and then including the ticket, there's another COVID test. So they're very, very strict. And listen, so they should be. I mean, it's been very, very serious. We never thought it would be in this mess as we are today. And it's been going on as long as it has. So the safer the better. But yeah, it's not really nice. I've got loads of friends over and people I've known many years, and I can't really see. I mean, even after the fight, I think we're not allowed anywhere. We've got to come straight back to the yacht.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It could be worse. We could not be on the yacht. Like Carl knows the yacht inside out, and he's got pictures coming up from years ago where he got married, and he's been honestly, to have Carl here with me, he's made it so much better and easier for me, and it's a dream come true. It
does feel like there's some kind of friendship forming between you guys.
Well, we've got mutual friends, and we've known each other a few years through the boxing, and we've always been friends. And but the last few days and the couple of sessions before we gelled from the off, to be fair, and I just cemented that I knew that I got the right man for the job with me.
Let me just get your guys' opinions on the rest of the card. It's a hell of a card. You know, let's say it is. I mean, the Whyte Povetkin fight is testament, I think, to you see your casual fans, your fair weather fans who, nobody owes the sport anything, but they'll only talk about the Fury Joshua, what's going on. But when you don't even have to dig under the surface too deeply to see these amazing other battles that are doing the rounds. The headline of this card is incredible, but then all the way through the card, there's just reasons to watch. Kane, obviously, you're one of them, but then there's other fights as well. Just what do you think when you see this card? What's your opinion on it?
I think it's, like you say, it's 50-50 right across. I mean, obviously, you've got a couple like Campbell Atten. I mean, he should get a good win on his debut. He's here to look good. I mean, I can't see his opponent having any threat, but so he should be. I mean, this is his pro debut. But listen, like you say, across the board, it's all 50-50. I mean, I'm sat here now and can't really pick a winner on all of them. I mean, I'm pretty sure, confident that Dillian will do the job, but same again. I mean, Povetkin knocked him out last time and he's very heavy-handed. But, I mean, before that, Dillian was controlling the fight, him down a couple of times. Congo McKinson, listen, 50-50. The Fabio Wardley fight with Molina. I mean, tough fight. I mean, listen, all the home kids should win, but we've seen so many upsets in these behind closed doors shows. I mean, the bookers have lost a lot of money. You know what I mean? They've had a lot of upsets, and obviously Kane here, he's an underdog. He's an underdog on this fight, but he's a lively underdog, and I know where my money would be going. You know what I mean? So, like you say, it's hard. It's an hard bill to pick a winner.
Yeah, I'm assuming you echo those thoughts, Kane.
Yeah, 100%, and it's just great to be a part of it. To be honest, as a boxing fan, when you can't pick a winner, they're normally the best fights. So yeah, that's what we want, the best fights, and it's all the way across the board. So top to bottom, 50-50s.
Just finally, Carl, tell me if you don't want to go away from the card tonight, that's fine. But just one other story I've seen doing the rounds at the minute. Last time we spoke was obviously the David Avanesian fight a couple of weeks back now. Seen a few rumours circling at the moment saying potentially Virgil Ortiz. Is that a fight that you'd be interested in?
100%, yeah. I mean, listen, it's got to be the right fight. And ideally, it's got to be for a world title eliminator, final eliminator, possibly. I mean, obviously, Virgil Ortiz, he's, 17-0, 17 knockouts, you know what I mean? He's a dangerous fighter, but I'd put David in with anybody at world level now, and he deserves a chance. I mean, he's proved he's well above European level. So let's try and get him back at world level. I mean, and obviously what ideal opponent will be Virgil Ortiz, you know what I mean? So we'll see. It's a great fight. Eddie has mentioned it while I've been here. But like I say, I mean, I'm only David's trainer. I'll let Neil and Eddie sort that out. But listen, we'll be up for that. I mean, I'd prefer that fight to the Ulusanov one because, I mean, Virgil Ortiz, although Ulusanov won the Olympics, Virgil Ortiz is the rising star of boxing, you know what I mean? Everyone's talking about him. They're all saying he's the next best thing. And I watched him the other night, and yeah, I was impressed. But listen, I'm impressed with David as well, and I really, truly believe that David would give him a hell of a fight and would get the win, you know what I mean? So let's get it on.
Yeah. Well, congratulations again for that win the other week. It was a really, really good performance, really great stoppage. And I'm hoping within a few days we can send you both congratulations again, because it's a big fight, it's a big fight. But as you've already said, Kane, it's one that you can win.
Definitely.
And what better way for me to be passing the torch on to Povetkin and Whyte, eh? Carl Greaves, the only professional boxer ever to fight in Gibraltar, and now I'm passing the torch on to Dillian Whyte Povetkin in an unbelievable event. I mean, mine was just a tiny little event compared to this. This is unbelievable. But yeah,
you paved the way, though.
We paved the way. Yeah,
mate, they're all the same size in the line in the history books. You know, they're all.
That's it, mate.
Listen, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. You're always welcome back on, of course. All the very best for Saturday.
Nice one, Chris.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
cheers,
mate.
Boys.